The Emperor of Rome has chosen me to found a settlement deep into the north. But here's the problem. There's a lot of barbarians there and even mythological threats because this isn't your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy's Roman Empire. No, this is cooler Rome. So let's see if we can survive and stand the test of time. Name the colony Rome, but cooler. I've been tasked with creating a new Roman settlement. Now, ideally, we want to place it next to very good materials and lots of animals to hunt. We also want to be next to arable farmland. And remember, all roads lead to Rome. I mean, come on. So we're going to build some. We've got 2 houses along the way, and we're going to need a lot of wood. Now, this is going to make for some pretty good farming areas, so we're going to cut it down. And look at that. 2 houses and our castrum. Now we're going to want to build a hunter. And, well, naturally, we want him around all the things we can hunt. And we're gonna need food, so we'll move that to the top of the priority tree here. It looks like this hunter's doing a great job. Well, I guess Terrius and sorry, I don't speak Latin. I'm gonna just call him corn dog. But they're feeding the entire populace of, well, a whopping 11 people, which means I need a new house. And we got our little food storage building done. And now it's time to do some farming, and you can see that we're gonna want it in like the big green juicy areas. Wait a minute, we can go over 100% fertility. That is fantastic. Now, while our hunter's over here and we have a food storage building here, my OCD now says we're gonna need one over here. Now remember, we're gonna try to survive for like a very, very long time. It's year 0, I think at least 100 months is the goal. Now we've chopped down all the trees, but we're still a little bit short. Dang, look at them pigs. And who am I to argue with Rome? If they say build 4 wheat farms and they're gonna pay me for it, I'm gonna do it. Now we're growing wheat, but I think ultimately we're gonna wanna make bread with it. And remember that we're not alone out here. And in fact, threats are gonna come and, well, threaten us? Try to attack us? So we're gonna need to build an army. Now our first 2 soldiers are just gonna be gladius, which means swords. And they'll spawn right here in the middle of our castrum, which is like, I guess, our little castle, although it's pretty humble in origins at this point. I mean, you gotta think about this. We do have soldiers, and they're pretty well equipped. Now we can wall off our entire kingdom, and we're gonna want to eventually, so we gotta figure out where that's going to be taking place. I think we'll want a wooden gate here, so we'll put the tower right next to it. One of my favorite aspects of these games is like building the fortifications. As much as I love attacking, defending is just a lot more fun. I've got bad news. In 5 months, barbarians are gonna be attacking. And it looks like they're gonna be attacking all the way over here, which is great because I put my guard tower on this side. Fantastic. But if they're gonna be attacking from here, presumably from caves or something, they'll probably walk right over here. So if we put a tower here, we should be able to defend ourselves. The thing we're running out of is, well, lumber. So I'm gonna marshal the majority of the people in this kingdom to go start chopping down trees. And man, we actually, wow, we got 100 wood just like that. So now I can build a clay pit. It looks like I can build it anywhere I want. Probably not next to my city, or my houses rather, because that would be gross. Now we have an abundance of food, but we need more people. And we can build bigger houses, which presumably the people should like more. My happiness rating, I would love to get higher. And there's only 4 months till the first wave of barbarians attack. I mean, if you're asking me like, hey, do you think you're ready? Honestly, no. Not really at all. We have 1 archer tower over here, and I guess we don't really need him. But I'm almost got enough bricks here to build a tavern, which should make my people happy. So we may die, but we'll die happy. Ooh, and if we get an academia, we can do some research, but we're gonna need some stone for that. A quarry would be great, but we don't have that technology, so we're gonna have to harvest it the old-fashioned way, by hand. But I guess quarries, anyway. Ha! So here's the army that I have. It's not great, but at least there's 5 of them, right? Let's get this academia up and running. We've got 1 month, and honestly, the only thing making me feel okay about this is that they're barbarians, so they shouldn't have like plate mail or advanced shields. Now, as far as technology, what do we want to research first? Taxes could be good, but honestly, I think making stuff, ooh, Honestly, yeah, let's get the stone mining. And it's gonna cost 75 food, of which we have an abundance of, so I think that's fine. Plus, we need to build a quarry and then a cabbage farm anyway. So should we build another soldier? Maybe one more archer? Because archers do pretty good against these barbarians who won't have any armor. A little bit later, we'll want to unlock scorpions, though. So the barbarians are almost here. All right, here they are. Oh, gosh, they're actually splitting up, and they look pretty decently armored. This is not what I was expecting out of barbarians. Yeah, I don't like that at all. These guys are well armed and armored. Cool. Guess I'll die. Now, do you think we can get away another archer tower? We need to make this the absolute top priority of everybody in the kingdom. I guess in the city. Now, they're fanning out, and they're actually going to link up, I think. Oh, shoot, we're out of wood, too. Which means, I guess they can't, like, light their fires. Yikes. Probably because we're trying to use the wood on a tower. So, yeah, we put ourselves in a bit of a pickle. So, the enemy is moving in through the trees. We've only got the one archer tower and 5 troops against 12 barbarians. I'm just going to see how good our forces do sort of on their own accord. The pylum throwers are, well, they're throwing their pylum. Archer, you're going to need to move back because this guy is trying to eat your face. I think we're doing all right. Who's this guy? Cornificus. Aren't you a hunter? Currently hunting deer. Can you, by chance maybe hunt some barbarians? And we didn't suffer a single casualty. So while they seem to be pretty well armed and my building spacing isn't the best, our troops are better equipped and better trained. And we even had this archer over there sitting there doing nothing because I'm a brilliant tactical commander. Now this should help us by being able to build a quarry. It'll greatly increase our production of stone. But I think what we really need to do is get more wood. Now, we just survived our first year, and we're back in the month Martius, or Martius, I don't know. I'm not Italian, I'm not Latin. There was this really, really good Netflix show about, like, Rome fighting barbarians, and the barbarians spoke Germanic, and the Romans spoke Latin, and it just sounded amazing. Let's go ahead and waste a little bit of our wood on a wall section. So, we've got a forester, and I think putting him, like, right outside the gates. Oh, we have heavy rain, which drops production and construction speeds. That's pretty cool. Although it does kind of suck for us. So we'll adjust the planting area to right here. And it looks like now we're just sort of like auto harvesting the wood. Because I didn't tell them to do it over there. That's really cool. That'll keep us with wood. And now all we got to do is stay up to date with bricks. Hey, we had someone die hunting. I think a boar must have gored him or something. Man, rest in peace. We've now got Augustus. Crimes were committed. Well, that's unfortunate. Our happiness is 57. It is going up. But we've got 38 people and only 35 houses, so that's the issue. So now the good thing here is all the resources have green arrows going up except for food, which we should be able to offset by getting another farm, but we're going to wait for our cabbage farms, which are almost done researching. All right, so let's see. Where can we put 113% fertility? There's like this one rock that's blocking where I can place another cabbage farm. So we're going to have to inactivate our stone farm. Stone farm? Is it quarry? We're not farming stones. Oh, berserkers. Good. Yay. 15 barbarians and 4 berserkers in 6 months. This is fantastic. I'm not nervous at all. I'm just going to research taxes. And I don't have the time to wait for this rock. My guys are just not getting it. That's kind of annoying. Now, it turns out that we can upgrade our archer towers, but we're gonna need to unlock some tech. So the next barbarian incursion is gonna spawn over here on the other side of the lake. They actually might walk straight towards our towers and our gates this time around, which would be fantastic, especially if we can wall off a little bit more of their entrance and force them to. So our population has grown to 50. We've completed our research of taxes, so let's look into defense and get sharpstone arrows. Mars, the god of war, has noticed us. Worship Mars, build temples, and maybe he'll help me crush our enemies. Oh, and then if we ignore him, he'll hurt us. Okay, that's not scary at all. The idea of fighting a deity. Is it? So if you're approaching from this side, I'm feeling a lot more confident in our defenses. I can put our small military force right at the gate, or even fight on the outside of the gate if we didn't want them to get damaged. But then what's the point of walls? And now we can upgrade our archer towers here with sharp stone arrows, which, you know, is better than dull stone arrows. Now we gotta do the fun stuff, at least for me, which is tax our people. But first we're gonna need a treasury, and man, we're gonna need a lot of stone for that. Holy biscuits, 110. I mean, are we gonna have enough to defend ourselves here? I'm gonna build another pilum thrower. Pilum. This is basically the really cool Roman spears with like long, narrow tips that were really good at throwing and getting entangled in other people's shields, so you'd have to like lose your shield. So if we want stone, I think we're gonna have to force the issue and get a little bit extra. There's still that one right down here. Alternatively, I guess we could build another quarry, but where would we do that? Mars is happy, choose your blessing. We could get attack range, fire rate, or legionary health, and I'm gonna choose fire rate. 16% faster rate for all fires, archers, scorpions, and ballistas. This will round 12 months. Excellent. And look at that. You can see it up there. Rome, but cooler, I mean, it is. We've got literal gods helping us out. And we can finally build a treasury. And once that's done, we'll finally be able to raise some taxes and start getting a lot of gold. Wow. Our food supply is definitely dropping. Maybe a sheep farm would be good to, you know, research. That would unlock meat, but we need bricks for that. Now, all the while we've been doing that, the barbarians were continuing to march. And here they are. Yeah, that's pretty big. Some of them are purple. Those must be the berserkers. So, sort of elite tiered units. They're gonna have to march all the way over here, so we still do have some time. Basically upgraded all 3 of our archer towers on this side. So in theory, we could have a big enough army to march out and meet them next time. Well, maybe not next time, but eventually. But here it is. The first siege battle that we've had. Wait, are these guys gonna try to creep around over here? Let's see, can they get around? Well, no, they're gonna start attacking the walls. And they are gonna get around over there. I guess we wanna pull them closer towards the protection of our towers. And then we should just fight them there. And I think we've got this in the bag, even though these berserkers have over 100 health in some cases. Now we can raise our taxes to 1.5%, so we're gonna get some gold here. And honestly, the only thing that we really need to fix is definitely food. So let's move our circle over here. We're sort of actually out of food over on that side. So we're gonna move. I love how you can just like move it. Now that we're taxing our people, we can start trading. Now we're the cooler Rome, but we're up here in the north, sort of near like Denmark. And I can supply gold and clay, but what they want, that'll take 2.6 months. Let's do something shorter. Now it looks like they want either weapons or tools, so we'll give them tools, and I want, I guess, cloth, because we don't have any of that just yet. We'll name the trade route, and we'll select the amount we want. We'll trade 10. And there we go. And we got 52 people, but only houses for 50 once again. I guess we can get this if we unlock that tech. That'll be the one we'll have to look for next. Yep, low happiness. We'll bump that to the top of the priority tree. And I guess the issue is actually just, what, lack of food. And that's because we don't have enough bricks. Uh-oh. They say offer food to the god, but I need a god to offer food to us. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. We put ourselves in a bit of a pickle, and unfortunately we can't eat the pickle, and that's the pickle we're in. Since we're in year 2, I think it's because productivity, I think, drops during winter of crops, which does seem to make sense, but people are still very, very aggravated that, you know, there's not enough food. I need bricks to get sheep. All right, I think what we're gonna have to do is hunters normally do a pretty good job, but I don't know if they're just too far away. Plus, oh my gosh, look at all, that's boars and deer. Man, that's a lot of good food. Oh man, there's so much food, it's just so far away. If I just put him out here, I'm curious what'll happen. Oh man, people have to go and build that. This is a terrible idea. Trade completed. Can I get some food, please? Well, we got cloth, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. All right, let's see who we got. Who can get us out of this? They desire food. I want to receive food. I guess I could trade gold and I could get clay, but I really need bricks. Hey, look, Carthage is here. Unfortunately, none of these trades can provide what I need. Well, I guess this one gives me brick. No, that one asks for brick. I can receive wheat by giving, let's give cloth. Oh man. Okay, I do have a lot of cloth. And that's gonna take 4-ish months. We'll do it. Hungry, please help Carthage. Carthago de lenda es, but not right now. Carthago de lenda, give me food. So how's our little scouting party? I mean, who's gonna build that? I don't think anyone's coming to build it because it's just too far away. So we'll demolish it. But you know what? It was an experiment. We are without food. Riot and tragedy. -11 happiness. Well, failure begets more failure. Hardship begets more hardship. This is fine. Now we're at 62 food and we were at a slight surplus. We just got to put all the food people at the top. Hunters, barkeeper, forester, tax collector. Yeah, sure. Now what research can I do that doesn't require food? Ooh, fishing would be really good. It requires 25 bricks. Cool. Everything's costing bricks or food. Ooh, advanced harvesting. Upgrade for the wheat farm and the cabbage farm. We're going to do that because that only costs gold and we've got plenty of it. I literally have 1 food. This is what you would call, well, not good. But production's 190 and consumption is 157. So I guess that's good. 32 barbarians in 6 months. Oh, but we did get 81 wheat. So we now have a food surplus. And I've got lots of bricks coming in. So all of my problems are behind me, right? Except for the mere threat of extinction. And this debuff on happiness because my people couldn't eat for a while. And, well, you know, they were pretty mad. But the hungry please help cart came back with 81 wheat. I love this game. So I should be able to double my army. And honestly, building a giant, like, shield wall of Roman soldiers is exactly what I want to do in this game. Like, look at these guys. They're beautiful. We got our new sheep farm. And for city defense, I feel like it's time to unlock the scorpion. 85 food. Yikes. Well, I'm building a sheep farm. We'll bump that to the top of the priority tree. Oh, and I just realized this. I love how, like, my research place is, like, this beautiful telescope. Like, the stars will teach us how to grow cabbages. And I'm hoping that the scorpion, yeah, it'll be done in 1.9 months, and then we'll build some to defend against the next wave of attacks. It does 45 damage a shot and reloads every 2 seconds. That's incredible. The only issue is I don't know how much it costs to build. Food is bumping. Now we got some more troops here, which we're gonna need to fight this next battle. I feel like lining them up, my Roman legions out in front of the wall with archer support and scorpion support is gonna be the best way to do this because I don't have a full wall around the kingdom yet. Oh yeah. We are in abundance in brick, in food, clay, stone, and wood. Even gold. Oh, we need iron ingots in order to put the scorpion up. That's gonna require 150 food. Ooh, I don't like that. Yeah, we would have just gone without food. Oh, there we go. We'll have 64 food left over and a gain of 74 each month, which means we can acquire a few more soldiers for this next battle. Now, since the pilum throwers are pretty versatile, they throw their spears and they do melee attack, unlike the swordsmen who just do melee attack and the archers who just do ranged attack. And we're gonna put in an additional archer tower right here. We'll up the priority of the build, and I think we're gonna be ready in time, plus we're gonna have a few more troops. Oh, this is cool. They all build at the same time. In a lot of these games, they'll build like, you know, in a linear fashion, one after the other, but training them all at the same time is pretty awesome. Little quality of life thing I like. So, the army grows, and honestly, I think I'm feeling pretty solid about this. So let's get them in formation. Who doesn't love a good old testudo? It's not a true testudo, but you know what? I'm gonna call it, yeah, look at that. Mars is, oh shoot, Mars is disappointed. So if we go to the religion one, good old Mars, he's bothered. You need to build more temples for me, now. You better step it up with more offerings and festivals. or else he's gonna come spank me, I think. I don't know. I'm scared, man. Where you can build the Colosseum, and you can build Mars's temple, but that's gonna require technology, which is small temples. And of course it costs food, which we don't have enough of, and now I'm in a deficit because I trained more troops. And it looks like sheep farms actually produce the most food per month. So we're gonna do that, because we're desperate. And what's cool about sheep is like they don't need to be in fertile ground. Well, that's a stinker. My people are gonna be mad again, and Mars is mad, but at least my army's big. I think the issue once again is we're in winter. I love the nuance there, and the invasion is coming. Oh man, 32 troops. That's a lot of barbarians. That is a lot of barbarians. The gates have been shut. The deer is panicking and running away, but that's fine. Rome will stand victorious. I have the utmost faith in our army. Oh, you failed to show me the respect I deserve, so now you get to suffer. And chaos is coming to our city, and things are on fire, which is good because these are my walls and my archer towers. So the archer tower I just built is dead. That's fantastic. Oh no! And we're barely producing enough food. Okay, here they are. The enemy forces are marching now. Luckily, they're split, and a lot of them are going for this archer tower over here, and he's actually doing some pretty good work. My military formation here has been successful. Let's march them over here to deal with the remaining troops. But honestly, I'm not too worried about it. And just like that, hey! How'd you all get in here? Whoa! Yeah, I was like, we're totally fine, guys. So yeah, people are gonna be real mad. There's still, quote, there's still 15 barbarians here. Lose 5 buildings in a session. That's a really good achievement. I wonder which were the buildings. I think wall sections. Luckily, we have an archer tower over here. It's still doing some work. But I would imagine people are gonna be a little bit upset and maybe not want to move to the place that's getting constantly attacked by barbarians. But we'll fix that. We got sheep and cabbages. And we can look to the stars for divine providence. And Roma Victor. So, I mean, our first foray into running a kingdom has been interesting. But our colony survives, and dare I say it, we will rebuild and we will be stronger. But if you guys want to see more Roman triumph, we'll pull the trigger on the like button and let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.